Okay, thanks for staying with us here for TV5 News at 9. It is time for Saginaw Celebrates Summer. We always love that, catching up for everything. Your one-stop guide to everything arts and culture, in fact. We have Marcia Braun and Demetrius Scott. We appreciate you being here. And I always tease you every week, tell you that, hey, you're kind of my walking encyclopedias. These guides are so helpful and wonderful, and there's so much happening. Marcia, this weekend, people can learn all about birds at the Children's Zoo.
Yes, they can.
Chirp and cheer.
Chirp and cheer.
Oh, that is cute.
I love it, and I'll tell you, it's one I definitely want to go to because I was telling Demetrius earlier, I was reading about it and it said you can learn to brew bird-friendly coffee. And I said I had no idea that birds drank coffee, so I think I have to go just for that. But it's Chirp and Cheer on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's free with your zoo admission.
Oh, I love that.
And it's learning all about North American songbirds. So those birds that you see in your backyard, cardinals, chickadees, goldfinch, and you can learn all about their habitat, what we can do to protect their habitat, learn about brewing bird-friendly coffee, some tips and tricks to make your windows, bird-friendly so birds aren't flying into them, and important things like, why you should keep your cat inside, and why to keep your lights a little lower at night for the night flyers. So lots of great tips and just some fun facts, I think, about our North American songbirds.
Yeah, it's so funny because when friends call from Texas or other parts of the country, they're always saying, are those birds singing behind you if I'm outside on the patio? Yeah, I mean, it's just such a wonderful gift, such a blessing here.
And we are so fortunate. I mentioned the cardinal. My daughter lives downtown Chicago, and she saw a cardinal at Navy Pier 2 days ago, and she said, I'd never seen one in the city.
Oh, wow.
I think we take that for granted.
No, you're right.
They're right here in our backyard.
Just have to look for them.
They're singing, and it's something wonderful that we have. So get out to the zoo on Saturday, 10 to 2 for Chirp and Cheer.
Love it. And Demetrius, it's another week of jazz in the garden. Who's going to be performing?
It's the Vortex Jazz and Blues Band. So,
oh, nice.
You heard it. Jazz and blues is their theme, so get everyone toe tapping and dancing. So keep an eye out on the weather for Wednesday at 7 p.m. Bring your own lawn chairs. We will also have cool carts to go, and obviously our roses to smell and all that. So
and this is for people of all ages?
Open to all ages.
I love it. Just a nice time to get outside.
And it's free.
And it's free.
It's free. This is wonderful.
Yeah,
well, and also, I've heard that I'm supposed to ask you about something about an event for all the poets. I think Friends of Theodore, how do you say the last name?
Retke.
Retke. Tell me about that.
Well, for those who don't know Theodore Retke, he is a Pulitzer Prize-winning poet who was born and raised right here in Saginaw. And we haven't talked about the Retke Foundation or House yet this summer, but they have a wonderful series, an evening of poetry with Mark Bodine. And Mark is a gentleman who is originally from Bay City, now lives in Montana, but he's an award-winning poet. He's an actor. He is a director, and he spent many years here in Saginaw writing poetry. And I found out he was at one point a park ranger at the Greenpoint Nature Center.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he has 2 programs that evening. It's Thursday night from 5 to 6:30. There's a workshop with him. Small charge, so register online, but I think they're providing a light supper with it. And it's the art of listening. So I think it's going to take in all about how to listen to what's around you and use that in terms of being creative with your poetry. But the workshop's at 5 o'clock, small charge there, but then at 7, from 7 to 8, no charge for this event. He will be doing a reading and discussion. So he'll be reading some of his most current works as well as some selections from his books. And that is, I believe it's called Listening to the Poem. So it should be a really interesting evening. It's open to all adults, whether you're a novice or you're an experienced poet. Come out and enjoy some time with an award-winning poet. I did hear something else kind of interesting about Mark, and that he spent 2 decades traveling the U.S. living out of a backpack.
Really?
And so I'm sure he
20
has
years.
That's
20
insane.
years.
I didn't even know that.
Yep, 20 years, and then he settled in Montana, and he now owns a bookstore. So
neat.
I think it would be a very interesting workshop and discussion with him.
Oh, for sure, especially from all the experiences. We'll hear that probably in his poetry.
I'm sure, and I'm sure that's kind of where the listening comes in because he had time for reflection. He's also an avid birder. I think that's kind of a theme for today. And I know a lot of his poems have to do with nature and birds. And one of them that he did with another Saginaw poet is called Saginaw Song.
Oh, I love that.
So yeah, so come out and check out Mark. And again, that's Thursday. The workshop starts at 5 and the reading and discussion at 7.
All right, and Demetrius, I've heard that there's some more summer fun at the Castle Museum. It always
There's plenty of
has
things to do at
something
the
going on.
Castle Museum, but this one in particular, you're going to learn Michigan rocks and fossils with Miss Beth at 10 in the morning, Wednesday. And it's all about, obviously, Michigan rocks, our great Petoskey stone, which is a state rock, which is a coral for millions of years that turned into, it's just shaped like honeycombs, and that's our state rock. And then you'll learn more about the corals, some, the putty stone, and then one particular rock is the Euperlite. Have you heard of it?
No.
So it's a new rock, actually. It was discovered in June in 2017 by rock hunters. They were looking for agates up in Lake Superior, and they were using UV light, and they kept looking at these rocks, and they're like, why is it glowing? So the Euperlite, it's known as a cyanite rock.
Okay.
It's got fluorescent sodalite that causes it to glow when you hit the UV light. So it's like an orangish glow to a yellowish glow, and they're really, really cool rocks.
you use one of those blue lights or something.
And that's one of the
never
rocks I
one.
want to actually go get. But you can find them only up in Lake Superior around the coastline.
Wow.
It's a rare rock. Yeah.
I'm looking at these, and kids will get to touch them and feel them and learn about them.
Those are
and-
aggregates.
Okay.
Yeah, and those are also found in Lake
Superior.
Superior.
Wow.
So, but the one rock you were just talking about, I'd never heard of that either. So
No.
You'd
I'm
be
learning all
surprised.
kinds of new things.
So that Euperlite came from the glaciers from way up in Canada. So when the glaciers were being pushed back and all that, that's the Euperlites were just being pushed through the waves and all that. And
That
that's
is really
ended
neat.
up on our beach.
I love it.
So that's the one rock I want to go find.
Yeah. Now, are there any other events you want to mention?
We've got lots of things going on this summer. As
Okay.
I said, it's a great summer to be a tourist in your own backyard.
Yes.
Every Saturday, there is a tea ceremony at the Japanese Cultural Center and Tea House, 2 o'clock, and it's just a small charge, $10, but you don't need to register. Just come on down, and so you can learn more about a traditional tea ceremony. And of course, we have the Saginaw Eddy concert band.
And then we'll be at the Friday Night Live concert tonight, so come say hi to us.
Nice.
We'll be down there and, get out and about. There's always public art. The Art Museum has new exhibitions that they just opened. The Castle Museum has exhibitions.
The Saginaw Public Library has new things going on.
It's so funny because I sit here and think, it's sometimes fun to take an out-of-town trip, but even as a child, the small ones we went on, we didn't do all of this fun stuff. I'd rather stay home and do all of this. I mean, really, it's so much. So we want to tell everybody how to find you.
Yes, you can go follow us on Facebook at Arts, A-R-T-S, Saginaw, where we put up every Thursday a list of what's coming up for the week. So you can always check there. You can pick up a calendar.
Anywhere around town.
Yep. Lots of all the venues, the zoo, the public libraries always has them, as well as our home, Anderson Enrichment Center. TV5 has them online. You can download a PDF from our website and get out and enjoy.
Love it. All right, Marcia and Demetrius, thanks so much. And remember, too, you can always find the link for that. Go to hot links at the top of WNEM.com.